Greek gods. 10 fascinating stories from Greek mythology. Welcome to the Mythology and History channel. Discover the most intriguing facts about these 10 Greek gods and how fascinating these stories are. Zeus, the mighty king of the Greek gods, often depicted as a powerful figure, wielding thunderbolts and ruling the skies atop Mount Olympus. Zeus wasn't just a deity. He was the embodiment of strength, authority, and majesty. One of the most fascinating aspects of Zeus is his intricate family dynamics. He was the son of Cronus and Rhea. Rhea who, fearing a prophecy, saved him from being swallowed by his father. Imagine the tension in that family. But Zeus didn't merely stand by. He took charge and eventually overthrew Cronus, establishing himself as the ruler of the gods. Now, here's where it gets even more intriguing. Zeus wasn't merely a powerful god. He was also a true heartthrob. He had numerous love affairs, resulting in a plethora of divine offspring. From Athena, born fully armed from his forehead, to Hercules, the legendary hero. Zeus's children were as diverse as they were influential in Greek mythology. But Zeus wasn't just thunder and lightning. He had a mischievous side too. He often disguised himself to interact with mortals, testing their hospitality and virtue. These escapades led to some of the most captivating stories in Greek mythology, from the tale of Baucis and Philemon to the adventures of Odysseus. Despite his power and authority, Zeus wasn't immune to challenges and conflicts. He faced rebellions from other gods, such as the Titanomachy, where he battled against the Titans for control of the cosmos. And let's not forget his ongoing struggle to maintain order among the gods and protect humanity from their whims. In the end, Zeus symbolized not only the might of the heavens but also the complexities of human nature. He was a god of many facets, embodying both the awe-inspiring forces of nature and the unpredictability of fate. So, the next time you hear thunder rumbling in the sky, remember the mighty Zeus, ruling from his lofty throne atop Mount Olympus. Athena, the Greek mythology goddess known for her wisdom, courage, and prowess in battle. Picture a beautiful and powerful goddess. Zeus began to suffer an unbearable headache. To relieve the pain, he summoned Hephaestus, the god of smithing, and asked him to open his head with a blow of his axe. To everyone's surprise, from Zeus's split skull emerged Athena, already adult, armed, and with a thunderous war cry. What's most intriguing about Athena is that she wasn't born from a mortal mother, like many other deities. Instead, she sprang directly from Zeus's head, after he swallowed his first wife, Metis, fearing that the child she carried would one day overthrow him. Thus, Athena emerged, fully clad in her armor, ready to face the world. Athena wasn't just a warrior goddess. She was also known for her intelligence and wisdom. She was the patroness of arts, justice, and military strategy. Imagine having such a goddess as your advisor. She was a constant presence alongside heroes like Odysseus and Perseus, guiding them on their epic journeys. But here's the really interesting part: Athena was a virgin and never married. She vowed celibacy and dedicated her life to knowledge and the protection of her hometown, Athens. Speaking of which, did you know that the city of Athens was named in her honor? Indeed, the ancient Greeks held great respect for their goddess of wisdom. One of the most famous stories about Athena is her competition with Poseidon to become the patron of Athens. They vied to give the city the most valuable gift, and Athena bestowed upon the citizens an olive tree, symbolizing peace and prosperity. And guess who won the competition and became the patron of Athens? That's right, Athena. So, the next time you encounter an owl, a symbol associated with Athena, or admire a beautiful marble statue depicting her wise and majestic image, remember the extraordinary goddess of wisdom, courage, and strategy, Athena. Poseidon, the mythological god of the seas and waters. Picture a commanding and majestic figure, with beards made of seaweed and eyes that shimmer with the deep blue of the ocean. This is Poseidon, ruler of the seas and brother to Zeus, the king of the gods. One of the most intriguing things about Poseidon is his temperament. He was known for his nature, both powerful and volatile. When he was in a good mood, he would calm the waters and bring prosperity to sailors and fishermen. But when he was angered, his storms could engulf entire ships and wreak havoc on the shores. But here's something interesting about Poseidon. He was more than just a god of the seas. He was also associated with horses and earthquakes. Legend has it that he created the first horse from a wave crashing onto the beach. And when he was angry, he would shake the earth with his trident, causing earthquakes and tsunamis. Another curiosity about Poseidon is his rivalry with Athena. The two gods competed for the possession of Athens, each offering a gift to impress the citizens. Poseidon gifted the city with a saltwater spring, while Athena gave the olive tree. In the end, the Athenians chose Athena's offering, making her the city's patron. Poseidon also had a series of loves and adventures, resulting in a variety of children and mythical creatures. One of the most famous stories is his romance with Aphrodite, the beautiful sea nymph. Together, they had many children, including Triton, the messenger god of the seas. So, when you're by the seaside, listening to the roar of the waves and feeling the sea breeze, remember the mighty Poseidon, the god of the seas whose stories still fascinate and enchant people around the world. Aphrodite, the goddess of Greek mythology associated with love, beauty, and passion. Imagine a stunning deity whose mere gaze could enchant even the most fearless heroes. That's Aphrodite, a divine presence that stirred ardent desires and inspired works of art and poetry. One of Aphrodite's most intriguing features is her mysterious origin. Legend has it that she emerged from the foam of the sea, formed when Uranus, the god of the sky, was castrated by Cronus, his son. This poetic image of Aphrodite rising from the waves reflects her deep connection to the sea and her seductive and enigmatic nature. Aphrodite wasn't just a goddess of love. She was also a complex figure, often depicted in stories that explored the boundaries of human desire. She had divine and mortal lovers, engaging in passionate affairs that sparked envy and controversy among the gods of Olympus. One of the most famous stories about Aphrodite is her involvement in the Judgment of Paris episode. According to legend, she offered Paris, a mortal, the love of Helen, the most beautiful woman in the world, in exchange for a prize. This dispute led to the Trojan War, one of the most iconic events in Greek mythology. But Aphrodite wasn't just a figure of passion and romance. She also had a dark side. She was capable of inflicting cruel punishments on those who challenged her dominion or doubted her power. However, her undeniable beauty and grace ensured that she was worshipped and revered in temples throughout ancient Greece. So, the next time you fall head over heels in love, or encounter a work of art celebrating beauty and love. Remember the divine Aphrodite, whose legends continue to captivate and inspire people around the world. Hades, the god of Greek mythology associated with the underworld and the dead. This enigmatic and shadowy figure, whose realm is immersed in the dark depths of the earth. That's Hades, a god often misunderstood, yet full of mysteries and curiosities. One of the most fascinating aspects of Hades is his dominion over the underworld, known as the realm of the dead. There, he rules over the souls of the deceased, ensuring they follow their fate after death. This is a unique aspect of Greek mythology, where the world of the living and the dead is separated by defined boundaries. Another interesting aspect of Hades is his complex personality. While many portray him as a dark and fearsome god, he was also responsible for ensuring justice among the dead. He was impartial in his judgments, judging souls based on their actions in life. One of the most famous legends about Hades is his abduction of Persephone, daughter of Demeter, the goddess of the harvest. Hades fell deeply in love with Persephone, the beautiful goddess of spring, and abducted her to have her by his side as his wife and queen of the underworld. This event led to the creation of the seasons, as Demeter, consumed by sadness at the loss of her daughter, left the earth barren during the time Persephone spent in the underworld with Hades. Hades was also associated with treasures and riches, as the depths of the earth were seen as the source of precious metals and gems. This connection to underground wealth adds another layer to his figure, showing that he was not only the lord of the dead but also a guardian of hidden treasures. Despite his dark image, Hades played an important role in Greek mythology, maintaining the balance between the realms of the gods, the living, and the dead. He was a powerful and mysterious god, whose legends continue to fascinate and intrigue those who explore the myths and stories of ancient Greece. Apollo, the god of light, music, and prophecy. A radiant god whose beauty and talent enchanted everyone around him. This is Apollo, a figure that inspired worship and fascination throughout the centuries. One of the most intriguing characteristics of Apollo is his versatility. He wasn't just the god of the sun, as many think, but also the god of music, healing, poetry, and even truth. His ability to play the lyre charmed both gods and mortals, while his prophecies were sought after by those seeking guidance and knowledge of the future. Another fascinating aspect of Apollo is his connection with the Oracle of Delphi, one of the most sacred sites in ancient Greece. There, priestesses known as Pythias channeled the words of the god, offering advice and predictions to visitors. The mystery and aura of power surrounding the Oracle of Delphi made Apollo's prophecies even more impressive and respected. But not everything was light and harmony for Apollo. He also had a darker side, represented by his relentless vengeance against those who challenged him. An example of this is the story of Niobe, a mortal queen who boasted of her motherhood, comparing herself to the goddess Leto, mother of Apollo and Artemis. Indignant at her arrogance, Apollo and his sister Artemis killed Niobe's children as punishment. Apollo also had his own battles and challenges. One of the most famous was his musical contest with Marsyas, a talented satyr. After defeating Marsyas, Apollo flayed him alive and hung him on a tree as punishment for his presumption. Despite his imperfections, Apollo remained one of the most adored and revered gods of Greek mythology. His influence ranged from the arts to prophecy, and his presence was felt in all aspects of ancient Greek life. Thus, Apollo's multifaceted figure continues to intrigue and inspire those who seek to understand the rich world of mythology. Artemis, the goddess of Greek mythology associated with hunting, wilderness, and the moon. Imagine a youthful and athletic figure, roaming the forests with her bow and arrow, accompanied by a band of loyal nymphs. This is Artemis, a goddess who personifies freedom and independence. One of the most fascinating characteristics of Artemis is her close connection to nature. She was known for protecting wild animals and natural sanctuaries, ensuring ecological balance and the preservation of wildlife. Her skill as a huntress was legendary, and it was said that she never failed in her hunts. Artemis was also a virgin goddess, swearing celibacy and dedicating herself to hunting and preserving her virginity. She was a protector of young maidens and pregnant women, ensuring their well-being and safety. Anyone who dared to cross the boundaries of her sanctuary or disrespect her will was severely punished. One of the most curious stories about Artemis is her involvement in the saga of Tantalus. When Tantalus killed his son Pelops and served him as a feast to the gods, Artemis was the only one who noticed the atrocity. She gathered the pieces of Pelops, restored him to life, and took him under her protection. Another interesting aspect of Artemis is her association with the moon. She was often depicted as the lunar goddess, illuminating the night with her silvery glow and guiding travelers through the darkness. Her connection to the moon adds a layer of mystery and enchantment to her already intriguing figure. Despite her image as a goddess of hunting and wilderness, Artemis was also revered as a protector and guardian. Her sanctuaries were places of refuge and safety, where the faithful could seek her protection and guidance. Thus, Artemis remains one of the most captivating and enigmatic figures of Greek mythology. A goddess whose power and mystery continue to fascinate the minds of scholars and lovers of ancient stories. Hermes, the messenger god of Greek mythology, is an intriguing figure full of curiosities. Imagine a young and agile god, always ready to travel between Olympus and the world of mortals, delivering messages and unleashing mischief along the way. One of Hermes' most fascinating characteristics is his versatility. He was not only the messenger of the gods, but also the patron of travelers, merchants, and even thieves. His agility and cunning made him capable of escaping the most difficult situations and solving problems in unexpected ways. Hermes was also known for his skills as a shrewd negotiator and mediator of conflicts. He was often called upon to resolve disputes between gods and mortals, using his intelligence and charm to find creative solutions. But Hermes was not just a serious and responsible god. He also had a playful and mischievous side. He was known for playing pranks on his fellow gods and mortals, often with hilarious and surprising consequences. One of the most curious stories about Hermes is his creation of the lyre. It is said that he invented this musical instrument using a turtle shell and the stolen cattle guts of his brother Apollo. This story illustrates both Hermes' artistic ability and his inclination for mischief. Additionally, Hermes was also the messenger of the dead, guiding the newly deceased souls to the underworld. His role as a conductor of souls adds a dark and mysterious dimension to his already multifaceted figure. Hermes is much more than just a messenger. He is a versatile and intriguing god whose stories continue to captivate and inspire those who explore the myths and legends of ancient Greece. Hera, the mythological goddess of Olympus, is a fascinating figure shrouded in mystery and intrigue. She is a majestic queen, with a piercing gaze and an aura of power that inspired both respect and fear among gods and mortals. One of Hera's most intriguing characteristics is her role as the queen of the gods, Zeus's wife, and the goddess of marriage and family. She embodies the sacred union between husband and wife, and her influence extends throughout the divine realm. However, behind her majesty, Hera was also known for her jealous and vengeful nature. She was famous for pursuing Zeus's lovers and punishing those who defied her. Her disputes with Zeus often resulted in epic conflicts that shook Mount Olympus itself. One of the most curious stories about Hera is her birth. It is said that she was created alone by Gaia, the earth, as a form of revenge against her husband, Kronos, the father of the Titans. This unique origin adds a layer of complexity to her divine figure. Furthermore, Hera was also known for her beauty and grace, often depicted in art as a stunning and imposing goddess. Her dominant presence and unquestionable power made her one of the most impressive figures in the Greek pantheon. Despite her flaws and imperfections, Hera remains one of the most intriguing and powerful goddesses of Greek mythology. Her story is filled with drama, passion, and intrigue, and her influence endures to this day, inspiring admirers and scholars from around the world. Dionysus, the god of wine, revelry, and ecstasy in Greek mythology, is a fascinating figure shrouded in mystery and enchantment. Imagine a youthful and cheerful god, always surrounded by devoted and enthusiastic followers, celebrating life and the exuberance of nature. One of Dionysus' most intriguing characteristics is his unusual origin. Legend has it that he was born from Zeus's thigh, after the supreme god consumed his mother, Semele, while she was pregnant. This peculiar story illustrates Dionysus' unique and often chaotic nature. Dionysus was not just the god of wine. He also represented the ecstasy and freedom that came with abandoning worldly concerns. His followers, known as Maenads and Satyrs, engaged in frenzied and orgiastic rituals in his honor, seeking to attain states of trance and spiritual communion. But Dionysus also had a darker side. He was known for his power to cause madness and disorder, especially among those who challenged or disrespected his rituals. His punishments were feared and respected, demonstrating his authority as a capricious and unpredictable god. One of the most curious stories about Dionysus is his journey to the underworld, where he rescued his mother, Semele, and elevated her to the status of a goddess. This act of filial love demonstrates Dionysus' compassionate and gentle side, which contrasts with his image as the god of revelry and excess. Despite his tumultuous aspects, Dionysus remains a beloved and revered figure in Greek mythology. His influence extends across all areas of life, from art to religion, and his legacy endures to this day, inspiring celebrations and festivals in his honor around the world. And these are just a few stories of the Greek mythological gods. Are you interested in these historical and mythological curiosities? Subscribe to the channel now. Leave your like. Comment what you didn't know about these enigmatic gods. See you in our next video.